Hello, everyone. My name is Lachlann. I write for Monday Morning, and I'm also an analyst on Exponential Stock Investor. Now, today I'm going to be talking about two metals, which I discussed in the article, and I am also going to be looking at 5 charts, 2 in nickel, 3 in copper. And I just wanted to note at the start that I can potentially be a bit dry and boring, a bit monotone, and today I actually have a cold beer to help me along, and it comes from my home kegerator, which I've installed in the bar there. And I'd highly encourage you to look at home brewing solutions and dispensing mechanisms. They're a great way to navigate these difficult times. So I'll just dive straight in today. I've got the copper spot price, the 60-day copper spot price, which is leveling out, and the 6-month copper spot price. So from the March market lows, it's bounced strongly. It's leveling off here. And it's a similar story with nickel from the March market lows. And it's, I guess, the main point in the article today is that just because you can be bearish on the big miners like Rio, FMG, and BHP, who are really focused on iron ore, doesn't mean you can't see these mini booms taking place in, I guess, forgotten about commodities. So nickel and copper are sort of similar in the sense that they have this expectation around them that they are boom time commodities. And a lot of people are bearish on the economy. But what you're forgetting with this is that there's an immense amount of stimulus in the system. And particularly with copper, its demand is largely derived from infrastructure and new home builds. And recently, Reuters reported that new home builds in the US had experienced record sales going back during a 13-year period. And the flight to the suburbs is certainly real. And a lot of people are writing off real estate and I guess copper as a extension of that. But there's, I guess, some underlying signals there that things could be a bit better than people expect, or at least are predicting. So that shows up in the potentially in the copper and nickel prices. And nickel is an interesting one as well, because although it's largely used in stainless steel, which is another boom time type commodity, there is this future tech element to nickel, in particular derived from its use in NCM 811 batteries, which are, I guess, the next generation of EV batteries. So there's sort of like a two-sided appeal to these commodities, both now and later. And recently, Elon Musk came out and said that there should be more nickel mines. He said, mine more nickel. And so I think you should keep your eyes peeled for movements in these commodities and the specific stocks associated with them. And so I'll just jump straight to the Western Areas Limited chart. It's in the process of regaining the fall from the March market lows, and that's a 700 million market cap nickel miner. And IGO, a larger competitor, is doing a similar thing. And it's important to remember that Independence Group Limited, they also have gold operations, so just keep that in mind. And I'll switch to copper here. You've got Oz Minerals Limited, which is on an immense run, and that's on the back of the copper price, which you can see here. And smaller miners, here you've got the Aeon Metals Limited chart. You can see it's just snapped a downtrend with a large green bar there. And you've also got Hot Chili Limited, which is a long way off snapping this downtrend. But if you zoom in, you can see that it's ticked up significantly at the beginning of July, and they have operations in Chile, specifically focused on copper. So there's a lot of action in these small cap miners that often gets ignored amongst the bearishness towards large cap miners. And just on a final note, I would like to draw your attention to the link in the video description, which is for Small Cap Momentum Alert, which is my colleague, mentor, and good friend Ryan Dintz's newsletter. Now, he's developed a particular indicator which helps him track the money flow into small caps. And it's not just miners, it could be anything from tech to uranium, and anything at all. It works across this these variety of sectors, and it's not a guarantee, of course, but it is designed to help increase the probabilities of being successful in a trade. And I would highly encourage you to check it out. And it's a great way, if you're interested in small caps, to understand the way they work. So please take a look at the video description link below, and I'll speak to you next week. Cheers.